I'm happy to see what I'm to do in this odd voice world. Hello everybody and welcome to another Digimon video.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my Just a Dude podcast. The thing that I learned about failure and a lot of this path when it comes to becoming a content creator, or really choosing anything that it is that you want to do or be, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to look at it and say, oh, that's not conventional, that's not going to get you any money, you're not going to make it anywhere trying to do that, there's already too many people, or something along the lines of that. There's always going to be that negativity. But that negativity should never be a reason for you to stop. Just because someone wasn't able to make it that way doesn't mean that you won't.
Look at my test. 5 teams. That's right. We're here. 5. Oh no! We're going down! We're going down!
Antenna soft, very cute. The ABC, conceptualized in 1934 by John F. Vincent Antennasoft, it was actually completed and created in 1942. Not just in the world and support that intelligence. It would also be used to the processes of the operating system.
That's you. Oh no. Take that. My papa gets the whole idiot. I don't know. Hello everybody and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me for a first look at Gorgonian. Yeah, I love train rolling on through. Choo choo. Hello everybody and welcome to the circle. Run around the circle. Run around the circle. Run around the circle. Circle running. Hot double lavender. Circle running.
I'm happy to see what I'm to do in this odd voice world. Hello everybody and welcome to another Digimon video.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of my Just a Dude podcast. The thing that I learned about failure and a lot of this path when it comes to becoming a content creator, or really choosing anything that it is that you want to do or be, because there's always going to be somebody that's going to look at it and say, oh, that's not conventional, that's not going to get you any money, you're not going to make it anywhere trying to do that, there's already too many people, or something along the lines of that. There's always going to be that negativity. But that negativity should never be a reason for you to stop. Just because someone wasn't able to make it that way doesn't mean that you won't.
Look at my test. 5 teams. That's right. We're here. 5. Oh no! We're going down! We're going down!
Antenna soft, very cute. The ABC, conceptualized in 1934 by John F. Vincent Antennasoft, it was actually completed and created in 1942. process, not just the digital world, as artificial intelligence would also be used to processes of the operating like
That's for you. Oh no. Take that. Am I gonna talk like this the whole week? I don't know. Take that. Hello, everybody.
Hell. Oh shit. I'm not even ready to go live because I forgot to get the music.
Yeah. So anyway, there was this lot lizard.
No!
Hey, you know what?
About that ADD.
I had to come up with something that was gonna beat last week's fucking taint to taint contact.
Okay, fair. Fair.
I mean, maybe. Have you seen some of the lot lizards? They might specialize.
I mean, it depends on how much you pay. All right, let's stop talking about the stuff that's gonna get us in trouble. So that I can actually go.
It won't get us in trouble. We've been live for more than 30 seconds, so therefore we're allowed to cuss and do whatever we want.
Well, that's for YouTube. This is Twitch.
Same thing.
Yeah, I guess that's. Yeah, that's right. It does have the same one. Hey, what is Harless? What's up, Scotty? Welcome to the Bunch of Goofs. I'm gonna do a proper intro and everything. Just give me a second.
We just got talking about lot lizards and taint to taint contact. So I almost said taint to taint combat, which would have been great.
Actually, that actually sounds better. All you need is some baby oil and a little kitty tub.
Gonna sound like some weird, and I mean like weird ass fucking porn. Let's see. On-screen celebration. Wait, I didn't even know that was a thing. Woo! What's up, Absolute Zero?
They now have bit reward things.
Oh.
Yeah, that must have been some of the new shit that they rolled out.
I see. I did not know that was a thing. I'll probably have to add in a new alert screen just for that. Speaking of, I just need to make sure I have my alerts here. Yeah. Oh.
Also, there's also some new stuff like you can use bits to animate emotes. You can use bits to do like a neon outline for your comment.
Oh,
to
okay.
Highlight my message.
Cool.
There's a lot of new shit that they added that's actually pretty sick.
All right.
Anyway, intro.
Yes, intro.
Yeah, you do have to pay for him, but.
Alrighty then, everybody. Welcome to another Bunch of Goofs livecast podcast with me, Chef, and Oda. Today, we're talking about gaming and ADHD, how it affects our experience, how it's affected the gaming experience, and how it's affected the gaming industry, and how gaming has changed in light of there being more people that have been not only diagnosed, but willing to accept the fact that they are neurodivergent rather than neurotypical.
I don't know what HDs are, but my doctor says I got 80 of them bitches.
God damn it, Chef.
That's kind of my soapbox.
All right, Oda. Let's start this off with Oda's soapbox about this particular subject.
I am making that a graphic, and I'm gonna have you put it on the screen.
Of the doctors who told me I would grow out of this. I would grow out of video games. I'd grow out of my ADHD. I'd grow out of my allergies. I'd grow out of my asthma. Screw you, 40 years old, 41 in a week, still doing it.
Grow it out of your ass, doctors.
I mean,
God, that was everyone's thing back 30-something years ago. Oh, he'll just grow out of it. I mean, the number of people in the LGBT community who said that is hysterical. They thought you'd grow out of that, too.
I mean, shit, I was supposed to grow out of my glasses after I had surgery that removed my eyes from my head and cut the muscles underneath shorter.
That didn't really help out at all, did it?
Out of that.
Didn't really help out, did they?
I lost the ability to see for 3 days, but you know, that's whatever.
Yeah. That's what they all say. I remember when I remember the first time I actually had that conversation about ADHD or ADD, being diagnosed with it, with my.
Is he doing that to you too?
Am I?
Yeah, he's lagging pretty bad.
Oh shit! Wait. I just turned everything off. Give me 1 second.
It said no.
You know what? Okay.
Nausea?
There we go. It should be good. Yeah, if you're gonna make a suggestion, there's probably not many suggestions you can make that'll fix this. I'm sorry.
Only the issue I was having where when I got loud, it kept cutting like that, and that was because of that filter in Discord.
Oh no, this is connection because I checked it, and you know that bar that shows that you got like red, green, or whatever. It was red.
Of course it was.
Yeah, usually is. When you first start up, it's always red.
Yeah, I know. It's just like that. But as I was saying, when I was actually first diagnosed with ADD, I believe it was ADD that I was diagnosed with. My student counselor brought me and my mom in for parent-teacher conference, and she, talked about the fact that I have issues with attention, which, it's always been weird to me that they call it attention deficit disorder or something of that like, when it's definitely not a deficit. Oi!
It's a deficit in neurotypical terms.
I guess that's true.
Well, I watched several people who done videos of this, and they said the correct way of thinking of it is you don't have a deficit in your attention, you have a deficit in the ability to control what you're paying attention to.
Which is, like that hyperfixation part of it.
You have a hard time paying attention to the teacher because the clock is loud.
Or something like that. Or some other factor of the like.
Yeah, like, I like my job. Yeah, I like my job, so I zero in on it, and I'm really good at it.
What's
But
that
while
like?
I'm working, you could walk up to me wearing wooden clogs, and I wouldn't hear you.
Clip clop, clip clop. Heap hop anonymous.
Keep Hop Anonymous? Damn you! You gave him all the easy ones.
I love that movie.
I quote that line all the fucking time.
Chef and Oda are super quiet. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can fix that. Does that help? Chef and Oda, please speak for me.
Bow wow. Wow wow. Bow wow.
Chicky yay, chicky ya yay.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay, 1 second. Let me fix Oda a little bit, and then let me fix Chef a little bit. Is that better?
There ain't no fixing me.
Oh shit! Wait, that just messed up the screen. No, there we go. Okay, is that better? I need you guys to
Maybe.
talk. I need y'all to say something because y'all are the ones that are quiet.
Something goes into something there.
You're not even
Okay,
talking,
Peanut.
Chef. I will kill you. You suck.
Either of you watch Jeff Dunham?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, of course.
he's got to see him
That's
live.
okay. I saw him live when I was living in Alaska.
Much better. All right,
I was
cool.
like
Thank you
14
all so
rows
much
up.
for helping with that.
I was like 14 rows up from the side of the stage.
Jealous.
That man is funny, and
He was
Yeah.
funny.
we're getting distracted. Of course, off topic.
How often do
We're
we do
literally
that?
Demonstrating our topic.
Yeah, right. We're
We are
just. It's an
demonstrating
example. This is just an example.
Do you guys find it easier or harder to play non-linear open world games? And is there a point where it gets too non-linear?
Harder. I can't do open world games.
Well, okay. I guess
I need the plot points.
when you say like open world non-linear, do you mean like an open world non-linear game that doesn't have a story, or one that does have kitty?
All of them do have a
That
story.
does have
like,
kitty.
Comparing Skyrim to say,
Halo? Skyrim to Halo.
Wild.
Blah, 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 blah.
Zelda Wild game.
Breath of the Wild. Okay, so Breath of the
Wild.
Wild versus what was the other game? I'm sorry.
Skyrim.
Skyrim. Okay, Breath of
Those
the
are the
World
same.
versus Skyrim. Well, no, there is one very, very key difference between the two games is Skyrim has in itself base game, multitudes of storylines that you can explore that go outward and have you explore the world. Whereas in Zelda, the lines and the games in itself are very linear. Even the quest lines are linear because all of the quest lines essentially guide you to where you need to go. It
Okay,
is an
because like
open worldness to it.
when I think open world, I think of like Skyrim Breath of the Wild versus Halo Combat Evolved, Halo 2, Halo 3,
Oh
ODST.
no, they were two examples of open world. They're
Okay.
just two levels of it. I can play Breath of the Wild. I have a hard time playing Skyrim.
I haven't played any of the Zelda games since Majora's Mask.
I guess it's more of, for me personally, I have more trouble playing games that that aren't part of my interest, like, purview, I guess. Like, it doesn't really matter if the game is open world and there's a lot to do. I mean, granted, I will get lost. I will fucking get lost in side quests. I will never finish the game. I will just side quest. Therein lies the issue when it comes to open world games for me, is I'll never finish the fucking game. Because I'll be too busy doing.
That's why 15...
You're screwed in New Vegas then.
Why do you think I haven't finished it yet? I have the quest to go find that flannel-shirted fucker, but I'm too busy doing everything else right now. But
I mean, that's why like 15 years later, I've still never completed a main story run of Skyrim.
Yeah. But yeah, so like when it comes to that, but I have trouble when it comes to games that are just like not in my interest. There's where my trouble lies. Like, say if it's something based around urban warfare, I have a lot of trouble being interested in a game like that to a point where I'll play it for a little bit, but then don't wanna.
See, I agree with Gabby in chat.
Mhm.
Open world games are good but annoying. Hence the reason why I don't do Bethesda games. I love how you can go multiple routes, but making a story in them is hard. Like, you need to be in a specific area to trigger an event, and you might need to go back where you've already been because you've gone exploring. Hence the reason, like I said, I haven't completed a single story run of Skyrim. How many years has it been out? It's been out on 3 different generations of consoles.
With
and
it holds the record for the most re-releases next to fucking GTA.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is too is like, when it comes to a story, I guess this is also because I am an FPS gamer.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I hate to admit it, and I'm gonna get sucked back into FPS games as soon as like this next round comes out, because there's a lot of really good ones coming out. I'm an FPS gamer. Point me in a direction, let me go. So like Halo Combat Evolved, any of the Call of Duty storylines, fucking Sonic the Hedgehog, Mario, fucking, all that stuff. It was point A to point B,
mm-hmm.
with point C, D, E with checkpoints. But here's where you start. There's your objective. Go have the story. Whereas, like with me, I don't do Bethesda games. I have tried time and time again. But all right, here's where you start. Where do you go now? Have fun. No. Where do I go? Have fun. That doesn't tell me where the fuck to go. Like Skyrim, my biggest bitch about Skyrim. You start on this side of the mountain. Then you go to this town outside the mountain. Then you go around the mountain to go up the mountain. Then you come back down the mountain, go around the mountain to go to that town, to go back to the mountain, to go back to that town, to go up that mountain, to go down that mountain, to go over here, to go over there, to go across the fucking map, to go across like 4 other mountain ranges. And all the time, the only thing you can do in the beginning is either steal a horse or fucking hoof it. I'm sorry, Halo. Halo 3 is my favorite fucking story. Halo 1 is a close second. Halo 1, the Pillar of Autumn, the fucking first fucking story. Here's a hallway. Go to the other end.
So you're a very linear gameplay person.
Extremely. It helps me pay attention. I mean, as with everything else, how long does it take me to make graphics? How long does it take me to read your shit? You know, et cetera, et cetera. It's because I have like screen here, screen here, screen here, screen here, screen there, screen there, screen there. Not to mention the 2 TVs in my bedroom.
I know Johnny Mnemonic.
Like, I'm just saying, I have such a hard time keeping straight focus anymore that I need that linear fucking story.
In regards to what you just said, that actually brings up a very interesting point that I did want to talk about when it comes to all of us that have some form of ADHD, ADD, or whatever of the type. Do you find it easier or harder to work when you don't have background stimulus?
Depends upon the stimulus.
Depends
If
upon
I-
the difficulty.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors to that. I can work in silence. I sometimes do that, but the problem is like for fucking, you know, The Color of Envy. I bring up my Spotify and I put on classical music. It gives me enough background stimulus to stay focused. But if I have on this screen Hulu up with Kitchen Nightmares going, even though I've watched Kitchen Nightmares 1,700 times, I will stop doing what I'm doing to watch Kitchen Nightmares. It depends upon the stimulus.
Okay. What about you, Oda?
If I'm at work, I have a very mental job, and thankfully, I enjoy my job so much, thank the good Lord, that it could absorb all of my attention, where I cannot have outside interference because it interrupts what I'm doing, so I turn it off. But my job is engrossing enough for me that I could literally sit there and my coworker will tap me on the shoulder and go, "Hey Joe, we need to leave in 5 minutes." I'm
So
like,
you can
"What
get
do you want?"
so engrossed that just time no longer exists.
Yup.
Okay.
But at home, if depends on the game. One, I love a game with a good soundtrack.
Oh yeah, I mean music's the way to fucking unlock anybody in.
They're all like, if I'm doing a game like Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, Ark, or Fallout 4, any of the building games, I really like having a second monitor, and I will play an anime that I've seen before, and I don't know if it's just I have this weird version of ADHD, but if I'm listening to an anime, I literally can play the scenes in my mind.
Oh, I do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
So I'm literally watching the anime while also building.
Okay. No, I can definitely I definitely understand that too, because I'm in the same boat when it comes to listening. I can listening to like a movie or an anime or a show, whatever. If I've watched it and I know it, all I need to do is hear it and I'll be able to see it in my head. And I think most of us, right? You just said you said you can see you see it that way too, or you have that. Yeah. For me,
yeah, I used to get in trouble. I used to get in trouble all the time when I was a kid because I'd have the TV on playing a movie and I'd be sitting on the couch reading a book. And somebody would try to, take the remote and change it. And I'm like, I'm watching that. No, you're reading a book. I'm like, no, I've seen this a couple of times, so I know what's going on. But you're reading a book. Yeah. Well, just like I'm reading a book, watching TV, I can still talk to you at the same time. I have the ability to
multitask.
double, triple, quadruple thing. Well,
I actually can't do that with a book.
Well, I can double double, quadruple, and triple think all the time.
Mhm.
Like my brainless medial task of a fucking job. I've basically come up with the entire storyline to my book, but I can't write it or do anything with it because I'm at work. But the fact that I'm doing my job and doing it accurately, fucking assholes, and you know, I have an entire storyline for a fucking book and for half of a fucking saga already thought up and everything like that. It's like, it's one of my talents, I guess. I've got a weird form of like ADHD and everything.
I'd call it talent. I mean, I don't know. For me personally, when it comes down to it, the reason why I asked this is because a couple people in my life don't get it, but me, when I'm doing something, like if I'm editing, if I'm writing, or you know, doing something that is productive and creative, I need to have a show going, one that I've watched before, so I don't need to watch it. Some music going at the same time while I'm listening to or doing what I'm doing. Because if I don't, there's this underlying feeling of anxiety that just kind of permeates for me if I don't have those going.
Well, I think that's because like every one of us has that little voice in the back of our head that continuously says stuff, and if it's silent, then that voice gets very loud.
Yeah. No, that's true.
I will say I have an unusual ability. I don't know if this is just me, but like when I'm reading a book, I literally create an anime in my head. That's why if I don't love a book, I can't read it, because if I can't get so engrossed in the story that I literally turn it into a movie in my head, I can't read it.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of if a book has a faithful adaptation movie, I can watch the movie and then I'll be able to read the entire book thinking about the movie.
Ah.
Yeah, so you know how I read a lot. I am one of those people that will forever say that a book is better than a movie. It doesn't matter how faithful the adaptation is, because there have been quite a few. But when you're reading, you're building the world in your mind how you think it is being told. How each character looks, how this is going on, how this interacts with the world, etc., etc. And all a movie is how the directors think that it happened, or the screenwriters say that it happened.
Yeah, it kind of limits the imagination, doesn't it? Now,
well, it doesn't really limit the imagination. It's their imagination versus yours, and yours is always going to be better in your head.
I get you. Now, I did want to read off some of the comments to interact with Twitch chat
Alan
here.
Frost.
Oh, am I here? Hello?
That was weird. I'm getting sign language, but your lips start moving when you talk.
No, I'm just waiting till you guys notice I'm doing shit.
No, while you were doing the sign language and not moving your mouth, we heard the audio.
What the?
Yeah, there was a buffer because the video froze.
Weird.
Your audio kept going. Your audio kept going. The video froze, and then the audio kept going, and you fast forwarded.
That's so weird. All right, so I did want to read off some of the comments in Twitch chat so that we, interact with Twitch chat. Absolute Zero says he can't read books anymore. He has to listen to audiobooks. Now he can't read books. Like, he can't read books. He only listen to them. Now, is that because the audiobook portion just kind of made it easier for you to absorb the information? And it makes it so that now reading kind of got replaced by that process? Just wondering. I just wanted to ask.
How expensive audiobooks are.
Right? They can be quite pricey.
Oh, don't even get me started on the price of audiobooks, fucking digital video games, digital movies, or digital fucking books. Don't even get me fucking started, because technically they should be fucking cheaper because they're not physically producing anything. But no, they're like, oh, we can charge this much for a physical copy. We're going to charge the same thing for the other one.
Let's see. Absolute
And
Zero
people
stated.
bought it,
Oh,
so
sorry.
they kept doing it.
Yeah. Absolute Zero stated is to answer our question is no, like I can't sit there and read long sentences anymore. All right, I get that.
Now, here's my question on that though. Coming up to that statement, is that just because physically you can't focus on it anymore, or is because of like ADHD or something getting worse as you get older, or has it been ingrained in you for so long that sitting there and reading stuff or sitting there and not doing anything with your hands or whatever is not being productive? That's why I can't sit down and watch fucking movies or TV shows anymore, because I feel like I'm not being productive.
You too, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I actually said screw that a long time ago.
I tried.
I got mad at my. No, I guess it comes to one, I was younger, and two, I got so furious with myself for it that it became an enemy I had to kill, and for about 6 months, it was a hyper focus of mine.
Okay, off topic. Just off topic. Right there. That instance of the audio, what you just said there, is a perfect example of why your mic is so much better than what you had before.
Yes.
I guess I have to hear it back. I don't know. My wife did actually say something. She actually stated that Okana, she prefers audiobooks because she can cross stitch.
While reading. Okay, so it allows you to multitask. I don't know. So for me,
and that's actually one of the reasons why I like audiobooks.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of the good things about audiobooks and like podcasts and shit like that, is it leaves your hands free to do stuff while you're listening.
And honestly, for me, I get where Chef is coming from with that idea of, it's not productive. That's also why I have, I don't know, 16 to 17 different projects going at once.
I've always thought, I work my job, I work my 8 hours, I've been productive. I did my chores, I've been productive. And now it's time for me to be productive and allow myself to rest.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to reach that point yet because I started mowing lawns when I was in second grade. Then I was mowing lawns, I was going to school. Then I started doing sports, and then I was mowing lawns, going to school, playing sports. Then I got old enough to get a job. Then I was mowing lawns, going to school, playing sports, working.
Yep.
Oh my wife just summed up why she's insane. I'll let Alan read that.
Let's see. I can listen to an audiobook, watch TV, cross stitch at the same time. I feel you on that one because that's exactly pretty much what I do. Usually I am writing my book, I'm editing, I'm listening to an anime, and I'm listening to music all at the same time.
Also,
oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry. And all the while I'm doing that, I'm working on organizing and building the world for at least 2 to 3 different D&D campaigns.
And a book.
Yeah, she also left out the 4 different group chats she has going at that time.
Oh, don't even get me started about group chats.
Oh.
I had so fucking many.
Oh, I actually got myself out of that because I would literally get soaked in. Like back when, remember when AIM and Yahoo Messenger were a big thing and all those chat rooms? I had to get myself out of those because I needed sleep and it wasn't. Who here has a problem of forgetting to sleep?
Who do you think you're talking to?
I don't know. Like with video games specifically, because I'm trying to get us back onto our topic.
I haven't had a video game do that to me in a long time though.
True.
But
although I did want to respond. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say before we get off of that, and Zero did respond to me.
Yeah.
Before Wisebot said no, fuck you. But oh shit, where did the response go?
It's right
he used to be
here.
able to read whole books when he was in high school, like a lot, but now my autism doesn't let me focus on it. So yeah, I mean, as we get older, it seems like all of our focus tends to destroy itself.
It seems like we can't do one thing anymore. We have to be doing multiple things as we get older to keep it under control.
Like, again, I never had an issue with focus before. Like, I didn't. And as I get older, it's just like, hey, I've got this that I can play with. I got that I can play with. I got that TV show on.
Oh,
But
you mean it's the
I need to be
opposite
typing
of
this.
growing out of it?
Mm-hmm. It's gotten worse.
Yep. Let's see. Harless says, between games, manga, books, my school project, and other assignments, I don't forget. Oh yeah, because they got a lot to do. And Gabby Kun also says, as my friend said, 8 hours of work is at least 9 hours of your day, and I don't forget to sleep. I forget to go to bed before I fall asleep sometimes. So you sleep in your chair?
I read, then I start losing interest with audiobooks and I get the story, but I don't have to focus on the mass amount of words. I'll do that in the middle of a paragraph. I'll just like if it's a page and it's just like it's not even exposition, it's just describing shit. I'll just read and then get bored and start skimming and then skim until I get to something important.
Yeah. I've done that. I mean, like, if you know the descriptor and you know where they're going with it, you can kind of just fill it in with your own head.
Yeah, I like audio. Like, I'm actually gonna try to start buying audiobooks. I'm just waiting for money, because money for cross stitching, because that's the one thing I do need to have audio for when I'm cross stitching, because it's just a physical in front of you. If I don't have audio going, I miscount.
Okay, it kind of helps you keep focus.
I mean, that's what classical music does for me.
Ah.
I just can't listen to it for too long before I start losing interest in that.
And falling asleep. Let's see.
No, just losing interest in it.
Let's see. Gabby Kun responded. Let's see. In a chair on the kitchen table. I once woke up on the stairs. Are you sure you don't have narcolepsy, dude? I'm not saying like I would know. I'm just saying that it kind of sounds like narcolepsy. Let's see. Audible is $16. You get a free book a month. I got half of my audiobooks with it.
Who here, when they get a hyper focus, dump their money into it? Yeah, that's why I actually don't do Audible, because I will keep buying the book, and the next thing I know, my wife's gonna ask me where the mortgage payment went.
This is why. Sorry.
I was gonna say, why do you think I am so stingy on how many books that I buy? Because my overall goal is to be considered a library in the United States, and the minimum for that is 1,000 books.
And if you don't limit yourself, you won't have money for rent.
Like, also, I will say this is actually one thing I see makes it easier for me to read: light novels for animes. Like I read, and like I like. So I'm trying to get light novels for animes, but a lot of the free stuff for those, they don't have it.
Yeah.
It's unusual. It's
See,
only the mainstream stuff you can get the audiobooks for free for certain sites.
No, you're not wrong with that.
I love the big tomes, massive, story building and all that stuff books. Like currently right now I'm rereading through Aragon. In the last 2 months, I've read Aragon, I've read Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and I'm on Eldest.
Ooh.
Even though Fourth Wing and Iron Flame aren't part of Aragon, but they're books that I read in between Aragon and Eldest. And that's what, like 1,600 pages at least.
Aragon I read this before the movie. I didn't. The movie
refused to watch
actually
the movie.
irritated me. But that was one of those books, and yes, it's because of dragons. That when I read that book, I literally had a cartoon in the style of the 70s Hobbit movie playing in my head the entire time.
Nice. So I will say, when it comes to hyperfocuses, there's a reason why I'm not into TCGs anymore.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm not either.
Yeah,
Oh god.
because
yes.
let's put it this way: the only reason why I have 2 tournament-winning decks is because rather than buy the cards, back then I decided fuck corporate. I'm just gonna take everything from Target, and I don't mean buy it. I have
Bad if I did it. Target was the
Target.
target of my Summer of Kleptomania as well.
because
You know,
fuck
the one where-
Target.
Okay, yeah,
the-
we need to look up the statute of limitations before we go talking about this.
it's long past.
It's long past and it's petty crime.
Not only that, but like when I say the Summer of Kleptomania, I mean like the grand total equaled $5,000. Because Xbox controllers,
Electronics. Dude, Target had the shittiest security ever.
Mm-hmm.
I was a very law-abiding citizen compared to you two.
What? Okay, listen.
I also blew shit up with fireworks. So.
I only went after corporates. Never ever businesses like family businesses or anything like that. Only corporates.
Okay, so I know this isn't video games, but we all have hyper focuses.
Mm-hmm.
Who here all hyper focuses on fire?
I think
can sit there and watch fire, and it could be give me fire and crickets.
I'm sorry, but the interest in fire is by far the most primal thing that every single human being has. I don't care who you are. You can spend hours staring at a fire. You can. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're drunk or sober. It's just awesome. It's fire.
The other cool thing.
There is one difference between drunk and sober. If you're drunk, you might have to use a mirror.
True.
It's drunk.
Shut up, Mr. I can't get drunk.
So also at the same time, the hyper focus on fire and being able to sit there and watch it leads to some really good photographs if you're a photographer.
It also leads to some amazing, but dangerous. Yes.
Shut up. I don't have a YouTube video out there from when I was in high school.
Yes, you do. You showed it to us. You shared it. I thought you shared that one with us.
I did,
Yeah.
but it wasn't me.
Oh.
Totally wasn't me.
Uh-huh.
That little league diamond never looked the same, okay?
Let's see. I'm a pyromaniac and a pyrophobic at the same time. You know what? That's probably a smart thing to have because, ooh, fire. Yes, it's shiny. Yes, it's cool. But, oh no, fire. It hurts. It burns.
I got a funny story about fire for you guys real quick.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay, you first.
So, Memorial Day, when the Mandos had that cookout, or no, sorry, it wasn't Memorial Day. It was Mini Mando's fucking birthday party. One of the kids there, like I say kid, he's like in his 20s. He's like, oh, I'm a pyro. I can make the fire. Because we were cooking hot dogs over the fire with s'mores and all this fun shit for our birthday. He just lumped the shit together and lit it on fire. Didn't put kindling in it. Didn't do nothing. He was over there for 20 minutes and it was barely staying fucking lit. And he was full on like, like blowing into it, watching ash go and shit. And like, my buddy Keith looks at me and he goes, I know you know how to do fire. I'm like, only a little bit. He's like, will you go get the fire going? I'm like, but Nathan's already over there. He's like, we would like to cook at some point. So I went over there and I'm like, dude, move, just move. He's like, no, I got it. And he basically blew it out. Like there were only a little bit of embers down at the bottom and he blew it out. So there were only the embers. And I'm just like, no, hold on, dude. He's like, oh, I always make a TP style, and all this stuff. And I'm like, there's nothing in the middle of that for it to catch. So I broke his fire down and over the embers built a box fire and fucking just started throwing shit in the middle of it on top of the fucking embers. And that shit was warm enough to cook fucking potatoes and onions in fucking 15 minutes.
I'm surprised he got embers.
Yeah, I know it was bad.
I will say this. I mean, obviously not everybody has this all of the time and all that shit. But honestly, the best thing for anybody to start a fire, if you can get your hands on it, it's easy. You can keep little bits of it in like a little security kit. Fatwood. Fatwood
Dryer
is
lint
or that too.
or Doritos or Cheetos.
No, I was just thinking fatwood
If
because
you
you can
live-
actually make your own fatwood. You can go get it and it's really easily sourced.
If
You
you
make
live
your own dryer
in
lint.
a climate with pine trees,
What?
pine cones
It
Oh
are
yeah.
little balls of napalm.
Oh yeah.
They are.
I learned this
And
the
fried pine needles. Oh my god! I was with some friends. There was pine needles and pine cones. They couldn't get the fire, so I'm like, move. What are you gonna need? No, I don't need a newspaper. What do you need? I scooped up pine cones, put them in a pile. Scooped up the pine needles, completely covered them, and then made a teepee all around it with the kindling. I got out a little hatchet I had and I broke down the wood because they literally brought nothing small. So I had to break the wood down with my hatchet. Like, what are you? And I laid it all down, get bigger and bigger pieces, laid it out, lit one match, boom! And they're just like, ow. And I am an engineered brained pyro.
All right, Harless, thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. You have a good day and enjoy your schoolwork. Also,
I'm
Read
gonna tell you
O'Connor's
guys-
comment.
Huh?
Read O'Connor's comment.
Okana's comment.
I'm
Let's
the
see. I'm the only member in my immediate family who hasn't needed the fire department. That's probably because you're smart. Gabby Kund, here's the thing. No, the only time I've picked up animals on the street would be like cats or dogs or your random offhand turtle that didn't cross the street fast enough. But that's really about it.
Before we get off the topic of fire and try to get back to video games, I'm not going to tell you guys what I did with pine cones.
But if you say that, you're gonna need to tell us what you did with pine cones.
We might have played flaming pine cone dodgeball.
Oh, you played hot
I'm not
potato.
surprised.
No, we had a group. We had a pile of flaming pine cones that we were throwing at each other dodgeball style.
Oh, You-
Have you guys ever gotten that solid block of sap out of a pine tree?
yes,
Mm,
yes.
baby.
Oh, yes.
That goes good.
It burns so well.
So, what was, to get us back on topic, what was the first hyper focus video game that you can remember?
Zelda,
Which one?
Ocarina. Sorry, no. Link's Awakening.
The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Ooh, nice one.
That's a good one. Mine goes further back, I think, and that's Sonic the Hedgehog.
Which one?
Hyper focus on that. Go ahead. I'll let you explain.
No, one Sonic the Hedgehog.
There's a really simple reason why I couldn't hyper focus on that, and that was because my brother was with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we were actually taking turns because each of us had levels we were better at. Like, so we would actually like hand the controller off to each other to try to beat the game. Like normally I was really good at the levels. I was awesome with the emerald levels. He was great at murdering those bosses.
Mm. And Gabby Kun, thank you so much for staying with us here on Twitch. Appreciate you and hope you have a good night, my friend. My dad... Okay, Okana says, my dad caught a tractor on fire in the barn and drove it out of the barn. Yee fucking ha.
He saved the rest of his equipment.
Yeah, no, that's ballsy as shit.
You think it's really funny? You should have heard her. You should hear my wife in person describe the 911 call she has with the people explaining to this lady that her father is on the tractor driving out of the barn, and the woman's just like, what?
I mean, imagine being that 911 operator when you hear that. You're like, I'm sorry, what? I didn't tell
Oh,
911 he
okay,
was on the
that's
tractor. Oh, okay.
A little too much
Oh.
to type.
By the way, I will say that the tractor was out before the fire engine actually got there, because the way that Wellington, the way their town works, is it's volunteer based.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, most of the volunteers heard her family name and knew exactly who it was, and they all had fire extinguishers in the back of their truck, and they lived closer to their mom's house than they did to the fire station. So the people who lived on the other side of the town got the truck. Everybody else just drove straight there. And with their fire extinguishers, they had it out before the truck got there. They just kind of sprayed it with the truck for the sake of saying they did it.
I mean, they had to justify driving it out there, I guess.
Also, small town.
Hmm.
My wife is actually typing out the full story.
Ooh.
Like, I think there might be a size limit.
Yes, chef.
99.9K.
What? Really?
What?
You're at 99.9K? Fucking love you, dude.
What?
Let's see. I called 911.
Dragon skills.
Yeah. I called 911. Operator was like, "Excuse me," when I told her the tractor was on fire. And she said, "Keep people away from the tractor." And I was like, "Yep, sure." Nice.
What was the first video game that you guys started playing and then went, ooh, shiny butterfly, and never finished?
First game. Okay, first game.
You want mine?
Yeah, what's yours?
Sure.
Super Mario Brothers.
Which one? The first one?
Don't need.
Yes, you know what? I will hydrate. Using my partially advised camping tin cup with some coffee in it. Remember to caffeinate the AFG way. Now available on the afgbrandstore.com. Link is in my bio.
I to get on my wife's lap while she's trying to get her yarn squared away. So it's like a bunch of dangly yarn hanging from her hands with a cat crawling under it.
Nice.
I'm trying to think of my answer to that one.
Yeah, I don't know what was the fuck. It was Shining Force for the Sega.
I don't remember that one.
Shining Force was one of the games that was the predecessor to Breath of Fire in its original state. Not the Breath of Fire that, we brought up should never have existed.
1 through 4 was awesome. Okay, 1 through 3 was awesome, 4 was decent.
I mean, 4 at least stayed true to the game style.
Oh, it was still above a 50% of all games. It was still better than the mean, but it was not. 3 and 4 is not a fair fight.
Yeah. Oh, you know what another one would be, actually? Probably a little earlier than that one would be EverQuest. Please tell me you all remember EverQuest.
Never could afford it.
Are you talking the PC version?
Yes. Fucking hell.
What's a game that you ADD'd on and then came back and beat it like 2 years later?
The Mega Man X series.
Shit.
I didn't realize shit was a game back then.
No, I can't even, like...
For me, StarCraft.
Ooh, wait, like original StarCraft?
Yep.
See, I never have been into PC gaming, so it's kind of hard for me.
Oh,
to
that
pick
was for the
something.
N64. And then I finished it on the PC.
I know what mine was.
What?
Star Fox 64.
Ah, okay.
Nice.
I could never get past a certain level.
Was it the
and
tank
it
level?
No, I loved that level.
Okay.
It was one of the ones after the tank level,
Okay.
before you get to Andros. Actually, no. No, it was Andros. The level where you're flying through the tunnel,
Oh.
like on your way to Andros, and you have all the shit blocking your way and everything. I just could never get past it as a kid, and then a couple of years later, I was able, like, I could beat Star Fox 64 in my sleep now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Here's another fun one. What game do you love that you've never gotten around to actually beating it? Or you beat it, but only because you had to force yourself to do it, but that wasn't why you played the game.
I mean, recently, that was Maneater. I absolutely fucking loved that game, and I didn't want to finish it because I knew there was no replayability afterwards. Like, you can't go back and play story missions or anything anymore. Like, there is zero replayability of the main story. Now, granted, they've added like something like 4 or 5 DLCs now, but like I 100%ed the game, and I was like,
now what do I do now? That's a little sad. Huh.
But like I said, I love the game. It is an awesome game. But I hyper focus the shit out of it, and it is the only Xbox game I have ever 100%ed.
You know what? I know it. And I hate to say it because this is like one of my favorite games of all time. Bahamut Lagoon. I've always gotten to the last boss, and I've never beaten it.
I thought of another one.
Fallout New Vegas. I had to force myself, and I actually didn't really enjoy finishing the game. I love the side quests are awesome. The DLC, magnifique. The main storyline lost the plot. The side quests of the DLC are better, in my opinion, to the main story in that game.
All right.
But I still love the game.
The other game that I've never beaten, I like playing it, but there's one point where it was just too hard and I was never able to fucking beat it. It's from the N64 era again, but Donkey Kong 64.
Oh, okay.
And for me, another good game is the Grand Theft Auto games.
Mm-hmm.
The story.
I never did the story. I have never done a single story mission in any Grand Theft Auto.
The story in San Andreas, in my opinion, the story in San Andreas and 4 are good. 5 is really good just because of the 3 character aspect and you can switch between them. Vice City was really good, even if it was a literal rip of Scarface. Like, that's it.
Either way, I'm still glad that you mentioned Vice City, because I was going to be like, what about Vice City, dude?
I'm not going to lie. This is honestly the 2 things I like to do in that game, and I hope I don't get Foster in trouble for this, is drive a tank and punch hookers.
I mean, that's what the majority of people do in GTA anyway.
I mean, have you seen the majority of GTA videos? That's literally what, like, 85% of them are.
Either that, or I cheat in a rocket launcher and go over to the police station.
Rocket launcher.
I have problems.
Mm-hmm.
The GTA the GTA stories really are not that bad. They're actually pretty good.
And yes, there is a story to GTA.
Yeah, I knew there was a story. I knew there was a quest marker. I didn't care. I was having too much fun driving around town.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it's always fun.
Yeah, but there's also even a story to the first ones. The first one and the second one, which were the top-down games. Which, I still say the second one is my favorite because it has that one mission where you do for the Smileys, where you take a whole bush full of Russians and turn them into human sausages.
Do you have any games where you never played the DLC?
Maneater.
Maneater.
Dragon Age Inquisition for me.
I still
Probably the
haven't
most
played any of the
popular
Dragon
one.
Ages.
I'm actually started replaying Dragon Age Inquisition. Thank you for the trailers, getting my interest back.
Very,
And
very-
I'm going to beat that game and the DLCs, so I know the story for the next game.
I need to do
Okay.
another run through of all 3 Fables.
Oh, you're gonna have such a shitty time with Fable 3.
I know I hate 3, I really do, but I need to get through it just so I can say that I did it. Oh, I thought of another game series that I absolutely love, but I have not finished.
Hmm.
BioShock.
Really? Wait,
Same.
really?
I have never made it to the final mission in BioShock 1. I made it about halfway through BioShock 2, and I've never played Infinite.
Oh, damn. Well, okay, I will
But
say,
I love the BioShock series.
comparative to the other two, BioShock Infinite, kind of, it was a little bit far off comparative to the other BioShocks, so it kind of lost a little bit of that BioShock feeling to it.
Yeah, because they took it into the fucking sky for some goddamn reason.
I don't know. I didn't like it.
This want to hear a great example of my hyper-focus insanity? I 100% completed Final Fantasy VII.
That.
I don't like Final Fantasy.
Wait a minute. Everything?
I had every master materia for 3 sets of each. I had my main 3 characters at 255 for each stat, except for luck.
Yeah, you and Geisophage for your 100% runs are fucking nuts. Because you chose, the games that have, the most hidden shit to be like, ooh, let's 100% this.
It was not. I don't like 100%ing video games. I love Final Fantasy was the first game that I didn't just hyper focus. I completely lost myself in it.
Yeah,
It
Final
was such a good story.
Fantasy to Oda is like Halo to me.
Now, I do hate to say it, but we have been live for an hour, and I gotta take a piss. So I think this is a good place to do a quick be
No.
right back. And then
No.
we'll
Oh,
come.
you gotta carry the camera. We gotta do that scene from the
No.
Naked Gun movie.
No. Wrong website. Either way, we are going to take a quick be right back. I'm going to go take care of my dogs, go to the bathroom, and all of that. I do appreciate y'all being here on Twitch. Thank you so very, very much. And, of course, these are the times where I will acknowledge TikTok, because I don't do that while I'm doing my Bunch of Goofs podcast with Oda and Chef. But if you do want to join in on the fun and the conversation, which I do appreciate the likes, the views, the comments, and the gifts, all of that, because it all supports me as a full-time content creator. But if you want to join in on the fun here on TikTok, we are live on Twitch at Asian Faja Gamer. Same spelling as my TikTok tag. Link is in my bio. Now we're going to take a quick be right back. I'm going to go bathroom. Hey there, everybody. I want to take a second to introduce my 2 friends. This is
Random Skull,
and this
Mr.
is
Announcer.
and they are my 2 announcers to help keep things fun. If you want to get to know them better, check out my streams as well as my content on YouTube. Thank you so much. Keep being awesome.
Well, hey there, everybody. Random Skull here. I just wanted to show you some fun highlights from Faja's streams. Come check it out.
So you were just going after him, weren't you?
No. Yes.
I'm a dude, he's a dude, she's a dude, because we're all dudes, hey. I am stuck here and I don't know how to get out.
Do you know what suck the heads means? Because I came down here with Keith once, and he didn't know. And, I mean, it ain't nothing bad. It's about eating.
You're tiring me real fast, son.
Okay?
It's our first Ellis story in fucking forever.
I'm sorry, what the fuck? You know what the term suck the head means?
Reach in.
Alright, fine.
Nothing bad can happen.
Nothing bullshit.
Into the purple, pink, slimy thing.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Hello.
we're here to talk about different ways that you can support me as a content creator. Now, of course, there is
Patreon.
direct donations. And of course, there is also my merch store. Now, all of these are found on my Linktree. And if you do want to support me as a content creator and help out, and of course stay up to date on everything Fajali, check out the Linktree, which gives you access to everything in one place. Thank you all so much for joining me, and of course,
Thank you.
we'll see you later now.
Well, hey there, everybody. Mr. Announcer here. I've got some fun highlights from our weekly streams. Come check them out.
Yeah, and that's something that I've always said. You know, I say that in my streams and in a lot of my content when it comes down to it. Don't game because of what other people tell you to play. Game for what you want to play, because it's about enjoyment. It's not about fulfilling other people's expectations. That should never matter when it comes to what you enjoy.
Give me the armor, all right? Give me the armor, and we can go our peaceful ways. Although you're never gonna be peaceful. All right, helmet, please. Helmet. Go fuck yourself. Now where the fuck are all the enemies? They're all getting killed, aren't they?
I don't get to kill anybody because I'm not paying attention.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Hey, Roland.
Well, hey, everybody. Did you know that Agent Fasha Gamer has a Patreon?
That's right, and Random Skull is here to help tell you about it.
And that's right. We're doing this announcement together.
And when you subscribe to Patreon, you get to see content early, and of course, make requests for content on YouTube, and even on Twitch and TikTok. It's all up to you.
And of course, if you want to support Agent Fasha Gamer, check out these links. And of course, there are also links in the link tree.
And remember, when you subscribe to Patreon, you can also leave a message saying that Random Skull is better than Mr. Announcer.
Now, was that even really necessary?
Hey there. You doing alright? You having some problems? Do you need some advice? Well, check out my podcast, Fajali Advice, where we do our best to try and help out others to be able to realize that mental health is something as important as our physical health. And of course, if you do want to participate, check out the email at the end. Your submission is completely anonymous. And of course, we hope you have a wonderful day.
Hey there, everybody. Well, I got some highlights for you to check out.
One thing I do want to talk about is Chef's weekend, because Chef went to an awesome little con while he's touching some plums, apparently. Let me touch your plums. Ah, you're trying to sneak up on me, hey? And fuck are you? Your value is indelible. It has been there since you were born, and it is priceless. And the only way to take away from that is when you devalue yourself. Nah, you should probably not be a racist and be a better person, but you probably can't be. That's why you have no friends, nobody likes you. When you look in the mirror in the night and you ask yourself, why? It's because of you. You're the reason nobody likes you. Because you suck. And it's not the world's fault that you suck. It's your fault that you suck. By the power of my stalwart, suck my dick. Oh my.
Well, hey there, everybody. Did you know that Agent Fasha Gamer also has a TikTok? That's right. He posts a lot of lore content and Digimon content on there. Go check it out.
Hey everybody, did you know that Asian Fashion Gamer
A bot selling viewers.
I kind of think I just like seriously. I just keep getting rid of those myself.
Yeah, but that's what I got the auto mod for, to get rid
mean,
of the stupidity and the easy things.
You have.
You can get Wisebot.
Yeah.
No, I just haven't gotten around to it because
If you
it's not a problem yet. When
Yeah, I
it
gotcha.
becomes enough of a thing where it is a problem, it's like literally once every 3 weeks. It takes 10 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Eventually, if you need help with anything like that, just let us know. I'm more than happy to help set it up.
Oh, I need help. Just somebody's busy.
Let's see, I have 52K. Aw, Scotty. Appreciate y'all being here. Alrighty then. We're back from break. I went potty, and now I'm ready to talk more about gaming and ADHD.
You do realize we are all three very big members of a gaming community that is horrible for ADHD, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't have anything to do with video games either.
Yeah. No, D&D is definitely an ADHD cesspool.
Yep.
Why is it a cesspool?
Because imagine all the times you have to redirect your players back towards the main quest. Not only that, imagine having a player like me who has 7 characters set up and ready to go because they have character ADD.
While playing 2 characters at the same time because they're fucking insane.
We didn't really think that part through. It
You
worked.
didn't think that part through. I just agreed to your plan, trusting you.
Because we didn't think, we're like, oh, you know what would be a good funny idea? To reverse the roles and have a Beastmaster fucking Ranger be an animal and
Mhm.
have a human companion. And then I was told, no, you can't have a human companion because it might set people off. Because so then we became Dragonborn, and then I made a class grabbed a class called Ruffian, and then it became shit. I can't command another sentient fucking character to do stuff on my turns.
Technically, you could, but that might get demonetized.
I mean, if we kept it within the concept of consent, I think we would be fine.
Well, here's the thing too, like we could have ran it as more along the lines of a command action, like the actual command action that
Yeah.
you get from taking, I forget what feat it is, but or the champion, I think it's the champion line of fucking fighter.
Mhm.
But regardless, it wouldn't make sense to have Carousel tell Saphira to go do this, and then Saphira gets 2 or 3 attacks on her turn as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, we got this. We got this. It's still turning out to be a
We'll
really
figure it
fun D&D podcast.
Yeah, it's just D&D is horrible for ADHD.
Oh yeah, no, you're not wrong. Like seriously.
Also wonderful for ADHD.
It is also wonderful. It is a double-edged sword. It's
Yeah,
all hell.
it can be wonderful and terrible all at the same time, and it really just depends on. Really, it depends on your group and your DM.
Which is why if you have ADHD, you have to be very selective with your groups.
Right?
I always up front, if I don't know the people, it's like, hi, I have ADHD. We're starting after my medication wears off. I'm gonna be a little chaos every now and then. Sorry.
Right?
And also I'm gonna misspeak. And if a group has a problem with it, I leave.
And yet, I'm pretty sure we are a group of 5 people with neurodivergent shit anyway.
Massive amounts, like all of us.
The thing is, you'd be surprised how good of a game if everybody's in that camp you have, because no one's being a judgy judge.
Yeah.
You want to say judge one more time?
Judge.
Judge.
Judge Dredd.
I am the law.
Your dread.
Oh my.
No, I mean the one thing I do love about D&D, and I mean it comes through as well with my Mando stuff, but the thing I love about D&D is I am playing a fucking chaotic neutral prankster squirrel. If that isn't my personality in fucking real life, I don't know what the fuck is.
Which, this next episode of D and Doofs, I am very excited for with the footage that we have. I am very excited for. And of course, Scotty in Twitch chat has to add in another extra judge.
I will say, my bard is actually parts of my personality I want to have fun with, but outside of a safe group, it's very hard to.
Well, you know what they say.
It's hard for me to be a little. Well, that's what I'm doing. Because I know if anybody gives me shit, you're gonna shoot them for me.
Well, not even just that. Is if you can't, at least you can be yourself in D&D. If you can't be yourself in D&D, then where can you be yourself?
Strip club.
True. No, they don't judge at a strip club.
Well, they might judge at a strip club. They just won't tell you.
They do if your wallet's empty.
That's true. Not the topic, though. Let's get back to gaming and ADHD, please.
What games have you tried to play and it is just like it glitches your brain?
I can tell you one that did do that at first, and that was fucking No Man's Sky when it first came out.
That wasn't glitching your brain. That was No Man's Sky fucking glitching.
That's true.
I fucking hate that game.
You know what? Another game that does that to me, and I know it's just because of the music and the environment of the game itself. It's Minecraft.
Minecraft.
No matter what, it'll short circuit my brain, and I will fall asleep while playing it.
One that does it to me, and I know a lot of people love this game, The Sims.
Yeah.
I concur. Like, my wife loves The Sims. Plays the shit out of The Sims. Me? I can't. I just can't.
I could do it in creative. Same thing with Minecraft, same with Ark, same thing with everything else. As long as I have freedom to build, I'm good. But if I have to grind out the shit to build, I get bored.
I guess for me, the dinosaur aspect, which is a big interest for me, is what makes Ark enjoyable without, like, I still, obviously I love creative mode, because you can build whatever the fuck you want. But I still love playing Ark, at least original Ark. I haven't played Ark Ascent because I don't have it, and I don't really plan on buying it. But, that aside, I did enjoy playing it just because, ooh, dinosaurs, and ooh, shiny, and I'm very easily entertained sometimes, depending on the concept.
The dinosaur aspect of Ark was good, but I like playing it because of the realism or building materials.
Here's another fun one for you. I got several for this category.
Well, I still haven't answered mine.
Okay, sorry, guys. Yeah, ADD. Sorry, I didn't notice.
Once again, prime example of our subject.
What was the question again? I fucking forget now.
Another prime example.
Video games that short circuit your brain. One of a couple of my friends like go to games when they're stressed out and they just want to fucking like just zone out. Fucking Power Wash Simulator. I can't do it. I can't get through the first fucking level because with me, Power Wash in real life, I do the same way I mow a yard. I overlap a little bit so that way you can literally see the clean as you go back and forth, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Doing that with a controller, the most infuriating fucking thing there is, because you can never get the joystick exactly right to get that nice clean sweep, and it fucking destroys me every time. But the funny thing is I love House Flipper. Because it's not as tedious. And that's the thing about like I guess it's my ADHD, is anything tedious becomes a physical ailment to me. I feel it in my fingers. It starts like I literally start shaking and twitching and everything. And it gets to the point where I either have to get up and leave, or I will have a full blown fucking like meltdown about the shit. Yeah. Like tediousness turns into physical pain for me.
No,
Indie games do that to me too.
I totally get it. Like, there are instances where, I'm doing something, especially when it comes to, I don't know, editing, where it's just you're sitting there and you're just trying to get this little point. You're trying to make sure it's perfect, and you're doing this 17 fucking times in a row. And I can feel it in my heart, in my bones, in my head. I just want to murder everything.
Sir, try doing graphics making, and the size that you want your graphic to be, like whatever you're putting on it, is in between the 2 pixel counts for your grid.
No.
So it's either just it's either half a pixel grid too much or half a pixel grid too little.
Absolutely not.
I have deleted entire graphics because of it.
Yeah, no. There's like 3 main reasons why I don't do graphic design. One of those is I'm not patient enough for it. 2, the second one is I suck with it because I, for the life of me, cannot use a mouse to draw shit. And
well, you know me, I don't draw anything anyway.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, for certain, for other graphic designers that can do that. And of course, 3, if I have a Wacom tablet or a drawing tablet, I still can't fucking do that shit. I don't know what it is. If it's not a pen or a physical pen or pencil in my hand and a physical piece of paper, it doesn't work for me. My brain does not correlate.
See, I've got a drawing tablet, but it's one of the ones that doesn't have the screen built in. So I literally be drawing down here, looking at the screen up here, hoping I'm getting it right.
Until, you move your arm and then your mouse goes all the way over there.
My eye hurts, thank you. I'm not kidding. My eye's actually twitching thinking of that.
It's horrible, right? Just thinking about it is horrible.
Okay, I'm going back to my next subject before you physically cause me to go blind.
Before we just start seeing like both eyes twitching.
What happened to Oda? He had a stroke on camera.
Please no. I already worry about that enough.
Well, that's the last thing we want to ever happen. Let's knock on some wood here.
But have you ever had a video game where you get lost in the mini game inside the video game?
Oh, fuck yes.
Pokemon Stadium.
Okay, but to be
I
fair,
love the mini games.
To be fair, Pokemon Stadium is mini games. The fighting's just the side part.
Okay, fine. We'll do it this way. Either Red Dead Redemption 2 or Grand Theft Auto 6 or Grand Theft Auto 5, excuse me. Both of which RDR2 has the poker tables at the saloons, and GTA 5 has a full-blown casino in it.
Ah. For me, it would have to be...
Okay.
Oh, sorry. No, but for me, it would have to be...
Alan's lagging again, Oda, so.
I'm sorry about that. I can't help with that.
Oh, no, I'm just explaining.
Yeah. But it would be StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. Specifically.
Oh, the fighter game, the arcade game.
I got so lost playing that. I had so much fun playing that. It was more fun than a mini game should be.
Do you remember the Rugrats video game?
Which one? There were 2.
The N64 one?
The first one for the Genesis.
For the Genesis.
It was on Sega Genesis. That's not the one where you have the Reptar wagon, right?
No, this is the one where you had the Reptar video game that you played, where you got to destroy the town.
Oh yeah, it was essentially Rampage, but you're Reptar.
Oh.
Yeah. I literally started that level and I just kept reloading it.
Mm-hmm.
It was more fun than the actual game. Then there is the mini games in Final Fantasy VII, which you had to play them to get the points, but I loved them so much I didn't care.
I will say.
And there are,
Oh, sorry.
and not myself, but half of my school, when Final Fantasy X came out, they actually were mad they could not form a multiplayer blitzball game.
The amount of people. Okay, the amount of depth that Blitzball had in Final Fantasy X deserved its own minigame. Deserved its own offshoot game. It deserved an offshoot game where you could make a Blitzball team.
Well, if we're talking about games inside of games, I was about this close away, or this far away from starting an actual Griffball league. from Halo 3.
Yeah.
Well, technically Red versus Blue, but they put Griffball in the fucking game.
I mean, the fans.
It was a game mode.
Yeah. I think that was one of the ones where the fans voted on it, right?
No, it actually so many people made a custom oddball game called Griffball and then Rooster Teeth got in touch with Halo. Well, Halo got in touch with Rooster Teeth about it.
Yeah.
For the rights to the name Griffball, and it became an actual game mode that you could play and set up custom games and shit like that in Halo 3, and then subsequently the rest of the Halos. But fucking, it's just an oddball game. But I literally almost set up a full-on, essentially fantasy football style, but 3v3 fucking league for Griffball.
Nice. You know what else had really fun minigames? The original Smash Brothers.
Yes. Wait. Super Smash Bros. Or the original Smash Bros?
Super Smash Brothers.
Because didn't they had a Smash Brothers on Super Nintendo?
They did, but
I never had
I don't think
friends around.
Was it the same premise?
No.
No,
It was a weird Mario game. But Super Smash Bros. Yeah, dude, the mini games in that. Or fuck, I mean, if we really want to talk about that, Mario Party.
Oh yes. You know how many me, my grandpa and my cousins just fucking around at night playing that game. It was good family fun. Mario Party.
I got another one that's actually in multiple genres, different variations of it. For some reason, I always enjoyed it. Fishing.
What?
Fishing. Zelda, Breath of Fire 3. Didn't matter. Like the Ocarina of Time, I loved the fishing minigame. I literally was like, why is it 4 a.m.?
Because I'm fishing.
Oh, I got another fish.
For a while there, I wanted to make an Ark mini series that was just fishing and basically take the fishing shows and turn it and make it an Ark. Just like how I want to take the old hunting shows and make it an Ark.
Which I still want to do. But in regards to fishing, I will say I can't believe thank you for bringing that up because I can't believe I forgot about that. Because when it comes down to it, in video games, my number one favorite little side thing in every video game, in any video game, is fishing. If it has fishing, it's a win. And I've said this on stream too. But
you know what I miss?
What?
I miss for the Wii, for the Wii they had Championship Bash Fishing, the video game, and they actually had a controller that looked like a fishing rod, like a fucking bait caster, and you put the fucking little pieces for the Wii controller in it, and that was such a fun fucking game to play. And now, I can't find a copy of it anywhere for the Wii that I have in that closet.
No.
And because I think I've got to go back and look. I think I actually have the remote adapter for it. I just don't have the fucking game.
You can't find it anywhere, not even on
Which
eBay?
year is this again?
I mean, I could probably find it on. It's like Championship Bass Fishing or some shit.
You know, the cool thing, if you do like that, they do have arcade versions of that game where they have a full-on fucking cast setup, which is really cool.
Sir, if I'm going to buy an arcade game, it is not going to be the fishing one.
Is it going to be Jurassic Park?
No, well, fuck, I wish. The OG Jurassic Park game. The one that they used to have at Chuck E. Cheese and shit?
Yeah, the one...
Not the Jurassic World one that they have now.
No, yeah, the one that actually had the chameleon boss at the end?
Mm-hmm. That I only ever got to once in my lifetime.
Hey, dude.
I know life that game.
1, 2, 3, 4 different versions of that game on Amazon.
For the Wii?
Amazon, $20 each.
For the Wii?
Yep.
In your face, bitch.
I was looking
Google.
at actual fucking game shops around here because there's a couple of retro game shops and shit.
Right?
Yeah, I just cheated and went straight to the Google.
I was trying to give business to local fucking businesses, okay?
Which, you know, there's a lot of merit in that.
Sometimes I just want a virtual hooker, okay?
What? What the fuck, Oda?
It's fishing.
Okay. We'll take it.
I really want to get a copy of that. And if I start streaming again, I'd love to stream the old Wii games and shit.
Dude. First
You know
off,
what? I really wish we could get some of the older games that were multiplayer.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. Like me and Chef just playing some random old multiplayer game.
I wish we all had Switches and we all got fucking Mario Party.
I have a
what do you
Switch.
mean? I have one right there.
I didn't think you had a Switch, Oda.
What do you think I played Zelda
So
on?
what you're saying is we need to have a dummy party of Mario Party.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, but we
You
need to.
do remember me asking you about a Switch capture card, right?
Yes, dude, fuck you. I've slept since then.
All right, so I need to get my hands on Mario
yep.
Party.
So do I.
I guess I got to as well.
I want to see you play Zelda
Alright,
on your ass.
Let Joe get Mario Party.
Please? Please?
Okay, you know, I just had a really weird idea of getting a Triforce tattooed on my ass.
Around the hole, so that way you have to spread them to see it.
I don't know.
Okay, first off...
What is wrong with you?
Ow! Ow! You know how painful... No, sir, no!
Also, I would not want to... I don't think any tattoo artist wants to go near that area on me.
You haven't seen a lot of tattoos online, then.
Let me tell you, as much as I don't want to say it is the case, butthole tattoos are a thing, and they're more common than you think.
I scarred your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't even think she heard the request you two made because she got distracted by butthole tattoos.
The power of butthole tattoos. ADHD strikes again.
That does not do. Oh god, you just made her drop her stitch.
Bend over and spread them when you're mooning somebody, and it just says "Enter here."
By the power of the Triforce.
If you can read this, you're not doing it right.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, I just thought of an even worse one. Tongue goes here.
All right, let's reel it back to video games, please. Enough butthole talk, all right?
This is broken.
Oh, good.
Taint on taint combat.
Listen here, sir.
Taco?
If you get injured in taint on taint combat, you get a purple butthole, not a purple heart.
Okay, we do need
I
to stop.
fucking
My
love
wife
you.
is hyperventilating.
You fuck.
Like right now, she literally she matches her pink headset right now.
Oh. Is she breathing? Does she need CPR?
I don't
Fuck.
think she trusts me with that right now.
Yeah, because we all know you're married. It won't be CPR. Instead of like this, it'll be like this.
Yeah. Okay. The wrong kind of chest compressions. All right? It's not squeeze, it's push.
I know how to give her a chance to breathe. Do you know what actually is supposed to happen when you're giving chest compressions in CPR?
You're supposed to break a rib.
No.
Yeah,
No, all of them.
all of them.
You literally, there was one person, he actually said that if you don't dislocate more than half of the ribs attached to the sternum, you aren't pressing hard enough.
Yeah, because you're not compressing
That's what she
the oh good god damn it, dude. You fucker. But yeah, no, you have to be pressing hard enough to actually
4 to 6 inches.
Yeah. Because, the heart is actually further in. The rib cage is there to protect it from being compressed. And you got to push through that. Giggity.
Yeah, so it is. If you have CPR, thankfully you're alive. Yes, just by the act of having CPR, you're going to have problems.
Your chest is going to hurt.
Let alone whatever stopped you from breathing.
Yeah.
So
4 weeks.
Not to distract us all, but we all said that we are wearing limited edition shirts, basically.
Ah, yes.
Special shirts.
So let us
So therefore,
bit
I
check.
remember.
All right, let's start it off with Oda because I am really interested in Oda's shirt and then Chef.
Well, 50% stitching, 50% shenanigans, 100% fun. It was from a never to happen stitching retreat my wife and I tried to plan the 3rd and 4th of April 2020.
Which would have been fun if you guys could have gone. All right, Chef, your
We
turn.
were hosting it. We got a place in Cleveland, everything.
God damn.
All right. So most people don't realize that I actually have a clothing brand too, and when I launched it, I made a limited run of shirts on the website, which I need to fucking get around to updating some stuff on there and add more shit. But only 2 were bought. One by myself and one by my sister. So there's only 2 of these shirts that are out there. But it is Rage Quit Apparel founder in 2022. So
Hell yeah.
I need to add more stuff to Rage Quit, so that way there's just more choices and shit. Right? There's not really a lot, and there's outdated shit. And I'm leaving the Infill We Trust shirt up there.
And of course, for anybody who is interested in Rage Quit Apparel, please do check out Hey I'm Chef and his links. That way you can find his stuff.
I don't know if it's on my link tree, but it's ragequitapparel.com.
What the fuck?
It's been on the back burner, sir.
Put it on your... You know how long it takes to put something in a fucking link tree, dude?
Hey, all I gotta say is, between the 2 of you, you have enough back burners going to seriously open your own freaking cooking channel.
No, we've got enough back burners going that it's a fucking fire hazard. The fire marshal's already at the door going like, dude, hey, open the door. The fuck?
No more.
Faja, your turn.
Alright. So, for my fit check, and what I'm wearing today is an Asian Fascia Gamer t-shirt. This is a women's fit to make it comfortable for everyone. 100% cotton. comes in black and a multitude of colors, and is available on the afgbrandstore.com. The link is in my bio, within a multitude of other designs, which in the next coming week or so, we will be doing a promo to do 10% off on all purchases for the entire month to promote the release of our merch store. Which once a month, at least once a month to once every 2 months.
I already know what I want to get.
Yeah, which once a month to once every 2 months, we are going to be updating the designs on the store to have new designs, and when those designs are up, there will be a weekly 10% off code for everybody to, get a little discount. Which, once again...
That's a really cool idea for your channel.
Oh?
You know those little challenge things where you put points towards them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can have one of those for a 10% discount day. Where if the channel point goal is reached, you have a day where you have 10% off your store.
That'd be a good one. That'd be a very interesting idea. I like that one. I do need to, and also, Chef, this is, once again, not pressure to you to do more things. But I do need to start getting the designs together for other days, like Warframe Wednesdays, Toss-Up Tuesdays, Democracy and Dummies, and things like that for the merch store.
I just thought of a really good logo for... if I could actually figure out how to draw a logo, I thought a really fun one for Toss-Up Tuesdays. A pair of dice.
Yeah, I mean, I already started on a logo for it, but I think my computer crashed before I could do it. But it had a D20 on there.
Ooh. Which I haven't done it yet because my dumbass can't. I'm trying to pick from the list of games that I have, and every time I try to pick from the list of games that I have, I get fucking lost. But I need to put up a poll so that everybody can start picking games to add to the list so that we can start using a bigger dice. Because the ultimate goal is to get up to a D20, if not, eventually, if I can get to it, a D100. Just for the shits and giggles of it.
Oh, I noticed something when I was looking, but I don't know if Chef would be interested because he's already stated his dislike of the company because they are too open world for him. Fallout 76 is on Game Pass.
Yeah, I know.
I now have Game Pass, so if there's any multiplayer games you two like, I can now get it too.
I mean, I'll play 76. I have it installed on the PC.
Yeah, because actually this weekend I'm gonna start playing it.
I need to install it and check it out.
But
no. It's actually a week from today's my birthday.
Right.
So for my birthday on Saturday and Sunday, I'm gonna play Fallout 76.
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
It's a lot better than when it dropped.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot of improvements that came out within the past few months have made it playable. But didn't they say something about taking out the Minutemen?
2 years after launch.
There's never been Minutemen in 76.
Okay.
That's in 4.
I don't know. I heard something about Minutemen. I thought it was involving 76, but it probably was talking about 4.
It might have been an event.
Though the Minutemen are based on the colonial, Revolutionary War. That's where the concept came from.
Right. All right.
No, I mean, 76,
okay,
76
we're ADDing on the topic. We have ADD'd the hardest since we've started with these topics on the topic
of AD. This entire episode is just an example of ADHD. That's it. ADHD and ADD. That's all this is. We're not talking about it. We're showing it.
how many? This is one thing that always pisses me off, or just confuses me, or just hurts my head. Baldur's Gate 3, Dragon Age Inquisition, and a lot of other games have really large numbers of options that you, most of the time when it releases, you can't undo.
Mm-hmm.
That you have to do when you first start the game. I have to Google it for freaking a. I spend 10 hours Googling. Like when I got Baldur's Gate 3, I spent 10 hours Googling which class to play. And I didn't know about the Wither.
I just usually go and fucking do my own thing.
I guess it'll really depend on the game for me. Like, for Baldur's Gate 3, I didn't really do much research. And that was mainly because I wanted to experience everything kind of as firsthand as I possibly could. When it came to something like Warframe, constantly I'm doing research to do better at the game or learn more about the game. But
Dragon Age Inquisition.
I mean, Wuthering Waves. I am not exactly force-fed information, but I am given information constantly on that game, and it helps me out on the game. So it's not like I'm complaining.
yeah.
Another game that I get ADHD out is games that have really complicated mechanics, like the building in 7 Days to Die.
Now, speaking of that type of game,
they use a modified physics engine.
yeah. Speaking of that type of game, I know, Chef, you probably wouldn't be into it, but Oda, have you checked out Enshrouded?
No.
Oh.
One of my friends was playing the shit out of it. It's another building crafting survival game.
With a more
avoiding those.
Okay.
I don't have enough hours in the day, and every time I play a building survival game, I dump over 500 hours into them.
I totally
I don't have
get
that
it.
much time anymore. I'm watching some guy stream. Usually doesn't give me the time.
I appreciate you, Oda. I do. And I get it. Trust me, I do. Because, that's how I am with Subnautica. Even though Subnautica scares the fucking shit out of me, I will spend hours building a base in that game. But it still scares the shit out of me.
You should see, like, that's one of the things, like, in Ark, I built a base that was, like, unnecessarily huge. I built walls, a perimeter defense wall around it for a small little hut to house my crafting station.
Yeah, keep talking.
I mean, on the island map in Ark, I turned Herbivore Island into a fortress.
You ever played the center?
Played what?
The center map?
Yeah, I played most of them up until, I played Island, Center. The only time I really stopped playing religiously after Ragnarok.
Yeah, same. The center map, middle way, east to west, halfway between the center continent and the Redwood Forest continent, that little island that nothing ever spawned on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I built a very large base and then built a secondary base on top of that mountain. And then I built a bridge connecting the two that we overrode. They updated the game after I did the bridge and changed the way the game processed light and broke it.
Mm-hmm.
And because they did that and I completely lit up the bridge, the admin had to delete everything I owned.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
See, I was an admin. I was an admin for the majority of my art career, and in the server that my brother and I ran, he gave me free reign on how to build our base. So I took over Herbivore Island and it became Admin Island.
Hey.
And there were enough defenses on Admin Island that if you got close, even if you were in the north of the map, it would lag you.
Because you just made it way too big. Or
Well,
too
because
complicated.
I spawned in everything for my character. No, not too big or too complicated, just a shit ton of turrets.
Oh, okay.
The entire island was a fortress. And I made it so that way nobody could get to the island, because my brother and I were spawning in stuff for our own personal use at like level 10,000.
Oh shit. Okay. I can see.
I will say this. I was playing on a survival world and I did this. And my suspension bridge was big enough to walk a Bronto across.
I mean, ours was a survival too. I was just in
Yeah.
admin.
No, I didn't have it. I'm saying I had to mine all the resources.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
I will say the biggest build
I have used some mods and increased the weight limits.
Well, I will say like the biggest build that I ever did, and this is where
I was lagging a bit.
Oh, can you see me? Am I good?
No, you were not good. You were not good.
Oh, wait 1 second. Having a small lag spike. It should be coming back in like 5 seconds. I don't know why it's doing this today. Today's being kind of a butthead. Because I don't have anything else going that's downloading anything.
Monday sucks.
Yeah, it's just the Monday's moods. Alright, am I back yet? Come on.
You're back, but you're kind of choppy.
Back, but kind of choppy. Show you back, but kind of choppy.
You promise?
If you give him a massage, I don't want to be here for it.
Oh my.
So I know I've told you guys about it. Do you remember the way my brother and I used to deal with people who broke the rules in the server?
Yeah.
No.
We had a level 10 million dodo.
Base destruction.
The first one was the first one we upped his speed by a shit ton when we were leveling him up.
Mm-hmm.
And then because we spawned him in at level 10 million. And then we did the all stats cheat on him. So that way he leveled up to his max level with attribute points. So on top of the 10 million, he got like another 1,000 some odd levels or some shit.
Goddamn.
And we put a bunch into speed, we put a bunch into health, and the rest into melee damage. This fucker, we dropped him once. We saw him in front of us, and we put him on aggro. Next thing we knew, he was halfway across the map in a split second because his speed was so high. So we managed to finally catch his ass and delete him. Then we did it again.
Why?
Well, we didn't up the speed. And the reason we did that is because do you have any idea how demoralizing it is if you think you got away with breaking server rules? And then you log in and your entire base has been wiped out by a level 10,000,1034 dodo.
It's fucking hilarious.
I think we named him like Big Tony or some shit.
Big Tony the Dodo. Alright. Now that I'm back and everything is set properly, I wanted to end this with a little bit of story of where I broke Ark. Because I had this amazing idea. I wanted to make the biggest castle I possibly could. And I did it. I built a castle, and you know Valguero, right? Or that map?
Yeah.
Okay, you know how they have the castle...
I never really played on it, but yeah.
In Valguero, on the right side of the map, there was this big old broken down castle. And I used that as a base. And I literally built an entire base into this castle. And the moment that
You're not talking about the Tower of Ragnarok, are you?
No.
Okay.
No, there's like an actual like castle in the middle of a forest area, not like a tower thing though. But after I built that, after I placed the last turret, I got the Windows and I couldn't log back in. I couldn't load Ark. I had to go into the system files and delete that save before Ark would actually load again. Because it just said, fuck you. So don't ever take over a mountain.
Yeah, that's always fun.
That's just Ark being shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what else it doesn't like?
It's
It doesn't
player
like
base.
it doesn't like when you admin spawn in the tree platforms, the metal tree platforms, because you can admin spawn those in, and they will stay where you admin spawn them, whether they're on a tree or not. And then you have to, quote, force tame them to make them yours, which is fucking hilarious. But if you, the one thing you got to remember is if you try to build that base out over the ocean on those platforms, the ceiling limit includes the bottom of the ocean. So
Oh,
you're
God.
only allowed to build, like, I think it's like 1,000 blocks high, which that includes the bottom of the fucking ocean. But if you try to build it in the air over land, it doesn't like it when people fly by it, and you have turrets on it. And it's made out of glass, with generators.
God,
Dude.
With generators, and the three bulb light bulbs everywhere.
Way to make a game not like you.
Interesting way. I found fun and interesting ways to break servers.
You know what? Ark was very easy to break. Did you guys ever try do one of those where you sunk the stone platforms into the raft?
Oh, I do that all the time. That's how I start every Ark world.
Yeah. I actually had it where that was my perma base for a while. I built a T-Rex taming pen.
Yeah, I've done that too.
And I also built a battle boat that was strong enough where me and one other person actually lured a Giga away from a friend who wasn't online that day. A Giga was going up to his base, and we lured it out so far into the open ocean it despawned.
Love it.
We one of the server events that I ran was pirate battles, and all the tribes built pirate ships with cannons and everything on them. And then we had the tribes all get on at the same time and fight a pirate battle with their ships.
Nice. Now, I hate to say it, but this is where we gotta be ending today's Bunch of Goofs. And we're gonna be raiding out to Mr. Geeky Leather. I do want to say thank you to all of y'all for watching, to Oda and Chef for being one of the goofs, and we'll see everybody again tomorrow for Toss Up Tuesdays, where we're gonna toss the dice to see what game we play. I'll see you all later, alright? Bye.
See ya!